Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Taylor and I'm a holistic birth and postpartum doula in New Jersey. What doula trainings are the best? I tried to break down some of the most popular ones, give you guys prices, let you know if it's birth or postpartum, or if they offer a full spectrum combination training, whether they have online or in-person trainings, and just some sweet words about each of these companies, because truly I feel like you will find your match. It just takes some diving and it's going to be different for everybody. Take all of this with a grain of salt. Just know that I'm out here doing some research, looking, and honestly getting re-inspired and thinking about recertifying with other organizations, because some of these groups are just amazing. While you're here, I would love if you would subscribe and join us. Click that little button, like this video, turn your notifications on, the whole deal, and let's just get into it. So the first organization I want to talk about today is CAPPA, and I'm sure if you have been researching, you have come across CAPPA trainings. I think what I really admire most about this company is that they're really behind educating their educators, which sounds like should be happening anyway. But what I mean by that is tools and community. They have both birth and postpartum trainings, and they have a lot of different online trainings and education courses, and they have a lot of independent CAPPA educators. Right now they have both birth and postpartum doula trainings online for $725. While we're talking about CAPPA, I would love to introduce to you guys a woman named Laura Nance. She is a CAPPA educator. She hosts postpartum doula trainings through CAPPA, parent educator trainings, and lactation educator trainings. So whether you're becoming a birth doula or a postpartum doula, these certifications can really enhance your career and help you learn a little bit more about that full spectrum support. She is a wonderful woman. I'm going to leave her information down below, so if you are interested in certifying with CAPPA, you should definitely check out her postpartum doula training. Next, we're going to be talking about Birth Arts International, and I've seen this one around a lot too. A lot of people recommend Birth Arts International. They have two courses, both the birth and postpartum trainings, and they're each $500. They're both completely online, and they also have a payment plan that is $255 each. So honestly, pretty affordable compared to the other ones. I think that it's extremely important to make this work accessible, so I admire that they keep the prices low, and they have a pretty long list of certification requirements like other companies as well. But again, that hands-on experience is really what's going to help you feel confident, and you get continuing support as you're certifying with most companies, and it seems to be true for this one as well, where they want to see you grow and get educated and get that hands-on experience. So I think that a longer certification requirement list is all good. You can also learn about bereavement and business and some of those things that are really crucial in doula work. The next organization we're talking about today is ProDoula. They offer both birth and postpartum trainings, and they also offer a cross certification training. So their birth and postpartum are $720 each online, and their cross certification training is $295. So that means if you got certified as a doula and you're not thrilled about the program that you did, you can head over to ProDoula and get another birth or postpartum training for only $295. The cool thing about ProDoula is, as much as they are educational and wanting to provide tools and that support for after becoming a doula, they show you how to run a doula business. So they have business consulting as well. ProDoula also has a variety of certifications that you can obtain through their website. So I will leave all of these websites down below so you can see all of the other certifications and continuing education opportunities that some of these organizations have. I really like a podcast from two doulas from ProDoula. It's called The Doulas at the Round Table. If you want to go the holistic doula route, you must check out A Life of Peace Wellness Education Institute. It's run by Dr. Akua Gray, and this is where I became a doula. This is who I trained through. In April, it will be 2 years, and I'm really excited to announce that they are actually hosting an in-person workshop. So you have a few different options for prices. The first is if you're a member, the online course is $400. If you're a non-member, the online course is $599. If you are a member, you can actually be a part of their Houston retreat at $500, and if you are a non-member, then it is $899. So I recommend reaching out to her, seeing if she is having anybody come in from different states for this workshop, because it doesn't actually say on here. But the retreat was amazing. We got to lodge all together in an Airbnb, which, depending on what you feel right now about COVID, it may not be the best thing. I'm not sure if she has something else in mind, and if that's something that is discussed on a person-by-person basis. She is a naturopathic doctor, midwife, doula, mother, grandmother, and she is a Reiki master. She just has the best energy. So if you are interested even in obtaining some other certifications for holistic doula work, she has an abundance of different routes that you can take. So I highly suggest checking out A Life of Peace and Wellness Education Institute. The next organization we're chatting about today is Childbirth International, and I have seen CBI all over. If that sounds familiar, it's recommended a lot, and I think what's really cool about CBI is that they also offer a lot of different courses, and their certification requirement list is a bit smaller than others. You have to do some reflective practice assignments, you have to have 2 birth reflections for 2 clients, and you have to do a couple other things that seem pretty normal for certification requirements, but it is a smaller list of certification requirements. So if that's something that you're looking for, that's a perk of CBI. They offer both birth and postpartum trainings around $745, and they also have the option to go green, which is without getting the handbook and any of the paper like worksheets or anything like that. You can get them all online, and that costs around $680, so it cuts that cost down a little bit. CBI also gives you the option of doing 5 payments of $146, so you can kind of work your way into paying this off. The next organization I'm going to talk about today is Birthing Advocacy Doula Trainings. And I'm telling you guys, this website got me inspired. They have a bunch of different options for certifications, and their pricing seems to be around $700 for a full spectrum doula certification. And I love the vibe, because on their front page they have somebody holding up a sign saying "No justice, no peace," and just their name, Birthing Advocacy, helps me understand what they stand for, which is human rights in birth, in postpartum. I love that they have a full spectrum option. We're working so closely with families and birthing people during a time where a lot is changing. So this might be the perfect option if you're looking for something that's totally online. You can do 8 payments of $100, which seems pretty ideal if you're looking to slowly work your way through payments. And I just enjoy that they have a full spectrum doula certificate that really looks like it covers from pregnancy through birth and postpartum. They're also offering right now, it begins in March 2021, their full spectrum doula training along with childbirth education training. So if you're looking to get all of this done, that's a wonderful way to do it. Next organization we're going to talk about today is DONA, and you guys definitely heard about DONA if you have been researching doula trainings. They are the most popular doula training program. They offer both birth and postpartum doula certifications, and the way that they do things is that you are to attend a workshop, which is your birth doula training or postpartum doula training, and you can really see hands-on through this workshop all of the skills that you'll need to be a birth or postpartum doula through DONA. It then takes you to a few more steps to become a DONA certified doula. You can see it all on a certification investment layout. You can kind of see where these fees are going to be coming from, and it seems that the average birth doula training or postpartum doula training from start to finish probably costs anywhere between $700 and $1,100. This next organization that I want to speak to you guys about is called Doula Trainings International, DTI. Another one that's popular that I've seen a few times, and they offer both birth, postpartum trainings, and they also offer that full spectrum training. The full spectrum training costs about $1,550, and the birth and postpartum trainings each cost around $850. So if you're looking to do both, it makes sense to get that full spectrum. And these programs are 12-month programs where you schedule your own schedule with live calls. You get that support from your experienced doulas and educators who are teaching you. And it's self-paced videos that come out every 2 weeks. So I enjoy that it's a 12-month program. It's kind of like going to school, and I think that it's really cool to have somebody that's continuously live calling you for a year. That gives you a lot of time to really learn about doula work, I'm sure have hands-on experiences, and have a different type of mentorship going on, because those live calls are everything. It's like having somebody from your training speaking to you throughout a whole year. If that's not inspiration, I don't know what is. MotherWit is both birth and postpartum trainings. They are actually based out of Canada, and their trainings cost $600 each for live programs. So if you want to check those out, I think there's a few coming up, and they really focus on that holistic approach. So from pregnancy through birth and postpartum to how to support families that are brand new, finding that new family community in their area, resources, and focusing on the mind and body and what it feels like to become new parents and new families. So I like that they really stress that holistic approach, because holistic doesn't necessarily mean traditional or natural. It's certainly not ancient. It's just about supporting people in their entirety, in their whole, and what they may need depending on what they're feeling day to day. So I like that they really stress that. Come and see what you've been missing on a little slice of heaven. Before my camera dies, we're going to move into postpartum trainings that are only postpartum. And the first one I want to talk about today is Newborn Mothers by Julia Jones. These trainings are really from learning about ancient traditions and all of that, you know, old stuff that needs to be brought into these new times. I think that moms, birthing people, families need support now more than ever, and Newborn Mothers is a great place to start if you're looking to become a postpartum doula. Julia is currently offering her postpartum doula training for $776 or 3 payments of $284. She goes down into evolution and neuroscience and ancient traditions that really helps us postpartum doulas make sense of why and how we do this work and how we can best serve our clients. Her website is beautiful. She also just came out with a book that I want to share with you guys called Newborn Mothers that I will be purchasing, and another called Nourishing Newborn Mothers. The next training I want to talk to you about that is very holistic in its approach is Innate Postpartum Care. The woman who runs this is Rochelle Garcia Saliga, and she is all over Facebook. A few women actually recommended her postpartum training, and I've looked into it a few times, and I just want to read to you one of the comments I got. Innate Traditions changed me and the way I mother mothers. Highly recommend, in capital letters, a bunch of exclamations, by Cindy W. So I know that this training is changing women. It's changing those who want to become postpartum doulas, those who support. It looks beautiful. She really emphasizes the ancient traditional side of postpartum care and healing. She looks at postpartum care as a necessity, and you can see that through her explanation, and just on her website alone, she is giving you guys everything if you do end up going through this training. She's also a certified professional midwife, so she speaks a lot on the science and the perspective of tradition with the birthing person moving into postpartum. So she has that full spectrum knowledge, and I think that's how she really created such a beautiful training. Choked a little bit on my water there. So that wraps up these 10 birth and postpartum trainings that I find are special and important to note. If I've missed any that you think are crucial and that have really helped you become a doula or that you're looking into, feel free to leave them down below. I can always do a part 2. I hope that I have provided some insight, and of course, if you have anything to add, please leave it down below. But thank you guys so much for being here and taking the time to listen to all of these interesting and important ways to enhance your doula career. But thank you guys so much for being here, and I'll see you guys in the next video.